Welcome back to Decoristique, the place where vintage charm meets rustic glam to create spaces filled with warmth and elegance. Today, we'll be diving into the timeless beauty of antique frames and rustic-inspired wall art, and how these simple additions can elevate your home with quiet sophistication. Before we begin, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss an idea from us. If you enjoyed today's video, please give it a like. It helps us grow this community of decor lovers who share the same appreciation for timeless style. And of course, we'd love to hear from you. Share your thoughts, experiences, or even photos of your own antique frame decor in the comments below. Let's inspire each other and keep the conversation going. Antique frames aren't just picture holders, they're pieces of history that bring a sense of depth and character to any room. Their ornate carvings, aged patinas, and worn textures tell stories of the past that resonate with today's love for authenticity. When placed thoughtfully, these frames become more than decorative accents. They act as focal points that draw the eye and spark conversation. Whether gilded, weathered wood, or cast in iron, each frame brings its own mood to your space. Even if you don't have antique art to display, the frames themselves can be enough. Empty frames arranged on a wall or mantel create a gallery-like effect that is both artistic and unexpected. Rustic glam is a style that marries rugged textures with soft, elegant finishes. Think distressed wood paired with metallic highlights, or vintage patinas contrasted against sparkling accents. It's about balance, grit meeting grace. When you introduce rustic glam wall art, you create a backdrop that feels both grounded and luxurious. The rustic elements add soul, while the glam touches introduce light and sophistication. This blend works especially well with antique frames, as the ornate designs of the past naturally complement the glamour side, while the aged imperfections lend rustic charm. Selecting the right antique frame is all about intuition and intention. Look for frames that resonate with you personally, whether through their intricate details, their color, or the story you imagine behind them. Don't worry if the frames don't match perfectly. In fact, a mix of shapes, sizes, and finishes creates a collected over time look that feels authentic and lived in. If you're shopping secondhand or at flea markets, inspect frames for sturdiness, but embrace imperfections like chips or faded paint. These add character and enhance the rustic aesthetic. The magic happens when you pair antique frames with wall art that complements their style. Black and white photographs look striking in gilded gold frames, while botanical prints shine in distressed wooden ones. For a rustic glam twist, consider pairing frames with art featuring metallic tones, shimmering textures, or muted neutral palettes. The contrast between old-world charm and modern sparkle creates a unique visual balance. Don't hesitate to mix eras. Contemporary abstract pieces in antique frames often look fresh and unexpected, giving your decor a quietly sophisticated edge. One of the simplest yet most impactful uses for antique frames is to let them stand alone. Empty frames highlight their own craftsmanship, turning them into sculptural art pieces in their own right. Layering empty frames of different sizes against a wall or mantel creates depth and dimension. This technique works especially well in rustic glam interiors where texture and layering are key. For an extra touch of glamour, consider painting the inside edges of a frame with metallic gold or silver leaf to create a subtle shimmer. Gallery walls are an excellent way to showcase your collection of antique frames and rustic wall art. The arrangement itself becomes art, reflecting your personality and design style. Balance is important when curating a gallery wall. Mix vertical and horizontal frames, play with spacing, and incorporate a blend of empty frames and filled ones for visual interest. To keep the look cohesive, stick to a color palette, like warm neutrals, aged golds, and soft whites, or choose a unifying theme such as nature, family portraits, or architectural sketches. Your living room is the perfect place to experiment with antique frames and rustic glam wall art. Over a sofa, a statement frame with a vintage mirror can create an elegant focal point. You can also use a cluster of smaller frames to highlight personal photos or cherished artwork, turning your walls into storytelling spaces. Layering rustic elements like reclaimed wood shelves with glamorous accents such as crystal candle holders ties the look together seamlessly. In the bedroom, antique frames add a layer of romance and coziness. Place them above the headboard or on a feature wall to create a serene, elegant backdrop. Rustic Glam thrives on contrast. Think distressed frames paired with soft linens, velvet pillows, and metallic bedside lamps. This creates a restful yet stylish retreat. Empty frames can also serve as a framework for fairy lights, dried florals, or even pressed botanicals for a touch of quiet charm. The dining room is another ideal space for showcasing antique frames. A large gilded frame around a mirror can make the room feel more open and inviting. Consider creating a gallery wall of antique frames filled with vintage recipes, handwritten notes, or botanical illustrations for a personal, rustic touch. Add glamour by pairing your framed art with a chandelier or metallic accents on your table setting. The balance of rustic textures and sparkling light creates unforgettable ambience. First impressions matter, and your entryway is the perfect place to make a statement with antique frames. A single bold frame can greet guests with timeless charm. Layering frames with a rustic console table and a few decorative accents like lanterns or metallic bowls creates a warm welcome. To add a touch of glam, hang a gilded frame around a mirror. It not only looks luxurious but also reflects light to brighten the space. Antique frames are versatile enough to adapt to the seasons. In the fall, fill them with pressed leaves or rustic artwork. In winter, consider framing wreaths or festive prints. Spring is perfect for botanical illustrations or floral photography, while summer works beautifully with seaside prints or light, airy abstract. By changing what you frame, you keep your decor feeling fresh and relevant while still maintaining a timeless foundation of rustic glam. If you can't find the perfect antique frame, consider making your own with DIY techniques. Distressing new frames with paint, sandpaper, and metallic leaf can create the look of aged charm. You can also repurpose old frames into chalkboards, jewelry organizers, or even wall-mounted shelves, adding function along with style. For rustic glam wall art, experiment with mixed media, metallic paints on reclaimed wood, abstract textures framed in gold, or layered fabrics within antique borders. Don't feel limited to just antiques. Mixing modern frames with vintage ones creates an eclectic and curated feel. This blend brings out the best in both worlds. Rustic Glam thrives on layering and contrast. A sleek metallic frame placed next to a weathered wooden one emphasizes the beauty of each. By allowing different eras and finishes to coexist, you achieve a home that feels evolved, rather than decorated in one sitting. What makes antique frames and rustic glam wall art so effective is their ability to convey quiet sophistication. They don't shout for attention, they whisper elegance into your space. The combination of textures, tones, and timeless design creates an atmosphere that feels both inviting and refined. It's the kind of decor that makes a home feel grounded, yet special. When carefully curated, these elements bring harmony to your interiors, balancing rustic warmth with sophisticated style. Thank you so much for joining us today on Decoristique. We hope this video inspired you to bring antique frames and rustic glam wall art into your own home for a touch of quiet sophistication. If you enjoyed this video, please remember to like, subscribe, and share it with fellow decor enthusiasts who love the timeless beauty of vintage-inspired spaces. And don't forget to comment below. We'd love to hear how you're incorporating antique frames into your own decor. Until next time, may your home be filled with charm, elegance, and inspiration.